religion of witch is also the practice of magic. And magic is a power, it's an abstract power, it's the power of genius and creativity which courses through the universe. It's nothing at all secular, it can be applied by anyone, and magic is the method or the technique whereby you apply that formula.
If we set our minds on a thing, we're going to get it. You know, Paracelsus said that the beginning of all magical operations is determined imagination. And this is what we set out to do. Get a mental picture of the thing we wish to achieve, and in that way concentrate on getting it.
Dabbling in the occult that goes on today scares me. These people think that they're doing something terribly clever and terribly with it, and it's all great fun. And what they don't understand is that they're invoking forces which they can't fathom, and they're making themselves a channel by which those forces can come through into the world.
I maintain that in order to work magic effectively, you have to bring your light and your dark together in order to create that magical spark. That's how sparks are created, positive, negative, together. It won't happen if you're all positive, and it won't happen if you're all negative. You have to have that frisson in the middle.
Is a natural power. It's one that anybody can use. It actually holds you up. Magic is the intensive creative power which gives you thought, gives you reason to be. It's not secular at all. So therefore, the application of it is a question of technique rather than belief. Once you understand that magic does work, you can use it for all facets.
There's been a lot of talk about it. I always felt much closer to a great life force when I was out of doors. Far closer than when I was in the four walls of any church.
And Christianity seems to be offering no better option than sitting back quietly and accepting it and waiting for something better to happen hereafter. It seems a little more positive to hope that you can plumb your own depths and find some meaning and fulfillment while you're actually here. And we like to think that we offer...
Do you allow your son to come to witchcraft?
Well, of course not, no.
Well then, why deny us that facility, that freedom?
We are not.
In reverse.
May I come in there? We're not denying you that facility or that freedom. Every man has a free choice to declare his own destiny and find his own...
After all, if you are a born-again Christian and you really do believe that come a nuclear holocaust you'll be swept up in the rapture to heaven, then you really won't be doing that much to stop it. In fact, you'll rather be looking forward to it. I think that sort of a more pagan or occult worldview tends to be a life-supporting and life-enhancing worldview, which is better than the predominantly sort of, which I see as more sort of death-orientated worldviews of the born-again Christians.
Yes, I do, but I also feel that truth is persecuted. I feel that there's a lot being said that implies that the church, because it claims to have the word of God, is de facto correct. Does this mean, I mean, for example, I'm not a Christian, I don't uphold Christian principles in terms of Christianity. What I object to is being told that I am wrong simply because Christians believe that they're right.
Witchcraft is the craft country. There are three routes that you probably came here, but this is the truth. If you're black, your traditions were stolen from you through slavery. And if you're Native American, most of your traditions were taken from you through colonialism. And if you're white, most of your traditions were taken from you because your great-great-grandparents or your great-grandparents wanted to assimilate so fast that they basically threw out all the traditions. So the truth is if you're sitting here in the United States of America, no matter who you are, you don't have the songs, you don't have the lullabies, you don't have the creation myths, you don't have the coming-of-age ceremonies, you don't have all the things that, in fact, every indigenous culture has. And what this is all about, what Wicca, paganism, all of this is about, is trying to find, for us, who are bereft, who are searching through the ashes. Essentially, we want a rich, juicy, vibrant, earth-based tradition to give us the sustenance we need at the same time that we want to live in the modern world with integrity. We want to dance around a bonfire at night and have ecstatic traditions and get up the next morning and still be able to be a doctor or a computer programmer or whatever we want. And what we're trying to do with all of these traditions is we are trying to create a modern, vibrant way of having the best that the old indigenous traditions had for all people, and yet have a way of living in the modern world. And that's essentially what this journey is really about.